You know when you're playing a video game and you keep getting stuck on the same level, respawning over and over, but you just keep failing? Well, that's literally what's happening to me right now. No matter what I do, I can't get past these guys.
So I think the problem is I have a sword, but I don't have a shield, so I have no way to protect myself. So if I'm ever gonna beat this level, I'm gonna need to build a shield.
Of course, why didn't I think of this before? All the greatest video game heroes have shields, like Link and, well, Link's the only one I can really think of right now, but I know there's more. But here's the thing, a good shield can protect, but my shield is gonna protect and attack, because my shield isn't just any shield. My shield is a power shield, and it's gonna be great. Ugh, well that didn't work. Man, I can't even get close to this guy. Now if I could hit him before he hits me, that'd be pretty cool, but I would need some sort of long-range weapon like a... Wait, that's it.
Alright, here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna build a shield that doubles as a slingshot. So not only can I protect myself, but I can also use it as a long-range weapon. So here's what I've done, alright? I've drawn this crazy shield shape that, has this big gap right here, so I can turn this gap into the slingshot. So, just gotta cut this thing out. All right, see what I'm saying here? So this right here will be like a slingshot situation, but we do have a pretty big problem here, and that is that this is not very protective because it's just wood, so gotta reinforce it.
Now, as I was building this shield, I just had this good feeling, like I was gonna become one of the greats, like Link, or, one of the other guys. All I needed to do was finish this shield, make it really protective so I could stop getting got.
Okay. Not a bad start. All right, well, I gotta make sure this thing's gonna actually work, so let's see if it'll actually, protect. Okay, sit, roller skate. 0 damage has been dealt. You didn't see that. All right, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be pretty safe. This is gonna be good.
All it needed was a handle and an arm brace.
Hey, there we go. There we go. It's gonna be like, that's the noise it's gonna make right there. Okay, so that's pretty crazy, and the thing almost hit the tripod and ruined my camera, so that could have been really bad. This right here, I think, is gonna do the trick. This is gonna get me through for sure. What are you doing? Oh, I'm building a slingshot shield so I can beat my game. Check it out. That's pretty cool, but your face is totally exposed. What? No, this is gonna be totally fine. It only exposes my face for like a split second when I'm aiming. All right, get out of here. I have work to do. I'm going.
Ugh, Purple Dude was right. The slingshot shield's a good idea, but it's kind of a bad idea. But I wasn't gonna give this up. I wasn't gonna let this down. And it was right about then, I had an idea that was so good, it was gonna make that good bad idea look like a really bad idea.
So this right here is a pocket shot, and it shoots these little BB things, like this. So as you can see here, this thing is no joke. So here's my new idea. I'm gonna get rid of the slingshot here and cover up this big face window. And once I have the window covered up, I'm gonna figure out a way to put this pocket shot right here where the face window used to be. But here's the problem. If I cover up the window, I'm not gonna be able to see where I'm shooting.
So how in the world am I gonna fix this?
You're never gonna beat the game, just give up already. Well, that wasn't very nice. Why would you say that? Yeah, I'm talking to you. How did you see me? Because you're hiding behind a piece of plexiglass. I can see you fine. Give me that. Yo. Okay, so if I use this plexiglass piece right here to create a window and then drill a hole in the middle to put the pocket shot, that would fix all my problems. Well, except for the fact that my coffee's too hot. Yeah, I don't know, it just won't cool down. Let's go! Dude, all right. That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick. All right, we gotta try this thing out. Okay, here we go. Yo! Dude, I love this thing. It's like super accurate, super strong. Okay, all right, this thing is so sick. I gotta go get in the game. I gotta get in the game. Yes!
I didn't even think about reloading. This wrist rocket shield works great except for the fact that I have to completely uncover my body to reload it. Maybe a long-range weapon just isn't the move. I mean, there's a lot of short-range combat going on in there. Like, maybe the sword is slowing me down.
Oh!
And in that moment right there, I realized something.
Yeah, you can't drink that coffee yet. It's too hot.
I'll create a shield that's shaped like a giant axe head with a collapsible handle.
That way the shield can transform into a battle axe. And with that, I won't even need to carry a sword. And then the enemy will see me and be like, hey, that guy's totally unarmed. And as soon as they get close, boom, I got a battle axe.
Oh yeah, I'm on to something now. But this battle axe shield was definitely testing my resourcefulness, because I didn't have a whole lot to work with here. And building a shield that's secretly a battle axe isn't exactly a walk in the park. It's gotta be thin enough to cut something, but thick enough to protect against getting cut. It's gotta look like an axe because it's gonna be an axe, but it can't look too much like an axe because it has to look like a shield.
All right, we've got the base for our shield, we have our blades, but we have two problems. One, a shield can't be wood. We've already covered this. And two, an axe can't be wood either. So we're gonna cover this thing up with diamond plate steel. Well, it's aluminum, but you get the point.
Now, cutting metal with scissors is about as hard as, well, cutting metal with scissors.
All right, this is awful. I need to figure out a better way to cut this.
So I figured out a better way to cut it. I used this thing. I don't actually know what it is. It's just a tool I got for Christmas one year, but that worked.
Yes! Okay. Woo! Okay, we have our shape cut out here, and as you can see, I painted it because I just think it looks a lot cooler this way. But now we just gotta put it on our shield. Then once it's all attached to here, we start working on that axe situation. All right. Huh? Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's like an axe, but it's also like a shield. All right. So we just need to figure out how I'm gonna build a handle that can collapse, because I need it to be a shield, but then I also need it to be an axe.
All right, now I had no idea how I was gonna do this. Making a collapsible axe handle seemed borderline impossible. I was really gonna have to think outside the box.
Stop trying to drink that thing. It needs to cool down.
Well, with absolutely no ideas, I started to just rummage through all my garbage, and it was starting to seem like it was a dead end. But then, something happened that would change the course of history. Well, it would change the course of that day, for sure.
Wait, you? The tripod? Me? No, the camera tripod. Oh.
Of course, using a camera tripod leg would be perfect for this thing.
And I actually have a bunch of broken tripod legs right here in the scrap bin. Now a tripod leg is gonna be perfect because it collapses like this, but then it also extends out like this so I can have a proper axe handle. So I just need to get this thing attached to this thing so that way I can have, you know, an axe shield.
Oh yeah. This was one of my best ideas yet. Move aside, Link and others. I'm about to become one of the greatest gaming characters of all time.
All right, and behold the axe shield of chopping and protecting. All right, so I'm running through the level, blocking this, blocking that, right? Okay, and then, boom! Sorry. Boom! Now I've got an axe, and I can quickly go into chopping mode. Chop! But before we jump back into the game, we gotta test this thing out. Dude! Oh, all right, never mind. Well, all right, now that we know that this thing works, it's time to get, actually, you know what? We didn't even test the shield part. Okay, yeah, no, that works great. Let's do this. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. What am I gonna build a shield out of now? How about paper? Oh, right, papyrus. In the last episode, I asked you guys to get creative and come up with concepts for the new character, Papyrus. Some of you guys made really sick sketches, digital art. Some of you made costumes, clay guys, pipe cleaner art, Lego dudes, paper dudes. It was so cool going through all the submissions and seeing how talented you guys are, and it was literally impossible to come up with a favorite. So, I narrowed it down to 4. And here they are. Now, I cannot make this decision by myself, so I need you guys to go vote on which one's your favorite down in the comments. If you want this one, comment awesome. If you want this one, comment wild. If you want this one, comment crafty. And if you want this one, comment funny. So, you gonna make that sword out of paper or what? Well, I don't have any more paper after building that sword. But what I do have
is socks. Long ago, in a faraway land known as New York State, I learned that by mixing socks with epoxy resin, you can create one of the hardest materials known to man. And since then, I have built a sword out of socks, a shelter out of socks, and a machete out of socks. So, why not a shield?
All right, well, this is about as done as it can be right now. I gotta let it sit and dry for a while, so yeah, that's it. I'm gonna wait for it to dry. Oh, that is way too hot. But all right, let's check this thing out. I think it's done drying. Yo, that's gonna look so sick. All right, yeah, this was the move.
Now, if someone approached me at any point in my life before now and told me that I was going to be drilling through a shield made out of socks so I could put a handle and a little like arm thing on there, I would have said that they were crazy. But it turns out that I'm the crazy one.
All right, and boom, dibs. What, dude? No, I need this to beat the game. Well, then you shouldn't have made it out of socks. Did you forget my whole backstory? Socks are kind of like my whole thing. Yeah, I know. I literally made a comic book about it. Yeah, look, you can see right here that I, a sock, came to Earth after fighting my rival Craigula. There I met you and reunited with my sock sword. Also a sock. Yeah, that I made. Yeah, exactly. Dude, come on. And maybe if I had this, my big fight with Red Dude in Chapter 4 would have ended differently. Yeah, I mean, that fight was so crazy, I pretty much had to rebuild my whole house. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm taking this. This is my shield now. This is totally my shield.
And there I was, back at square one with nothing but a trash can lid. Which actually might not be a bad foundation for a shield. But I do really like what I was doing with the other shields, how they're kinda like weapons. It's definitely gotta be some sort of weapon. Okay. The level 1 shield didn't work because the spikes got stuck. The level 2 shield didn't work because it required reloading. And the level 3 shield didn't work because it was either a shield or a weapon, and I need to have both.
So this shield, I'm gonna turn into a crazy weapon. Here's what I'm thinking. This is the trash can lid, right? And then these things right here are gonna be really sharp blades that spin around in circles, cutting stuff.
Okay, this is one of the more reckless ideas I have ever had, but hey, you don't become one of the best video game characters of all time by playing it safe. I'm gonna beat this level, and I'm gonna be one of the greats, just like Link, to name a few.
All right, so this thing right here is gonna go right here. So that way when I hold up the shield, this thing will spin like this and cut anything I want it to. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna make it spin.
Okay, yeah, so obviously I'm gonna use the drill, because the drill would be really convenient, really easy, and it'd be sweet.
But this is like my good drill that I build stuff with, so I'm not gonna use this for the shield.
I was gonna have to find another drill, but I knew exactly where to get one.
Give me that drill. All right, we got a new drill here. Let's see how this thing goes. And yes! Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, so now we gotta put this right here and then put the drill back here. Okay, I put this little bracket thing on here so the drill doesn't move around when it starts spinning, and then obviously I now have a handle for the shield. So let's see if this thing works. Yo! Yo! That's crazy! We gotta cut something with this. All right, we're gonna try this thing out, and I'm gonna have this guy stand there and hold the eggplant. You ready? You ready? That's crazy! All right, I think the spinning shield works pretty good.
Pretty good being a massive understatement. This thing was crazy. Like, there was no way I wasn't gonna beat this game now. Like, this is the one. Like, this is absolutely the one.
Tough, bro. It hurts to watch, honestly, but anyway, here I go. Come on! What's wrong, Jake? Oh, hi, boxing glove guy. What's wrong? No matter how hard I try, I can't beat my game. Well, what happened? I don't know. It's like every time the bad guys see me, they get me immediately. I don't know. Maybe don't let them see you. All right. Thanks, boxing glove guy. I don't know. Maybe don't let them see you. Boxing glove guy was right. If the enemies can't see me, then they can't attack me. So I just need to not be seen. I could build like an invisibility cloak or an invisibility, well, no, it's gotta be a shield because the title of the video. All right.
I began to do extensive research on how to build an invisibility shield. I watched a very informative tutorial and ordered all the supplies that I needed. Okay, so for this invisibility shield to work, I need these lenticular lenses, I'm gonna need a big sheet of polycarbonate, and a lot of hope. Well, this is it. If anything is gonna get me to the end of that level, it's this. If anything is gonna make me a great video game hero like Link, or... it's this.
Okay, ready? And... Can you see me? You can't see me.
Well, Jake, you did it. You successfully created an invisibility shield. And that coffee is still too hot to be drinking. But I didn't have time to drink coffee anyway. I had to get into the game and show that boss who's boss. I was down to my last life, so this was my final chance to beat this game. I couldn't mess it up this time.
I'll play the part and you play the game. We're already done. The world falls apart with no way to save. We've already done. Need to make sense, 'cause I'm already in.
Oh! What was that for? You were gonna hit me with your axe! So you gonna throw hot coffee in my face? Yeah! Not cool, bro. Not cool.
Failure, it always sucks. When nothing you try seems to work, it feels brutal. But once you stop fighting it and rethink your approach, you're bound to break through. No matter what you're facing.